What's up everyone, Aubrey Trades here, and today I want to talk about level 2, what it is, why it's important, and how you can use it to help your trading. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. If you're wondering what level 2 is, it looks different on each platform, but it's basically this. It is the order book for a given stock or security, right? Here it shows how many orders are placed for a specific stock at a specific price level. So here you have Beyond Meat. We got 3 orders at $192.50. And on the sell, well, we have no orders at $192.51, but we have some orders at $193. So naturally, this bidder and this seller are going to have to meet in the middle. And that ends up printing on the time and sales. Why is this important? Well, it gives you some insight into, well, is a certain stock heavier in buying or in selling at this particular moment in time, right? You can even look at what the market makers are. That's these symbols right over here. NASDAQ, ARCA, Citadel Securities will show up there. Certain market makers service different types of clients. Citadel, for example, we know handles the order flow for a lot of big box brokers, your E-Trades, your TD Ameritrades, your Robinhood, for example, right? So that's, that'll give you insight into is a certain stock have a lot of institutional buying right now, or is it a momentum stock? Is there a lot of retail in there? If there's a lot of retail in there, well, maybe whatever price action you're seeing is going to be a little more fickle. So maybe if you're riding a momentum wave and you kind of have that in the back of your mind, you're like, all right, well, this might not exactly last so long. But for us, what I really want to go in and talk about is how we can use this in our trades. Specifically, if we're doing something like the OTC panic dip buy pattern, which if we go over to not NAOV but HPIL, this is exactly one of the trades that I took earlier this week off of a big first green day, right? And you dip buy from all the selling that happens from the people that take the gap. They long overnight at the highs or somewhere in this range, and they sell the gap up. And you wait for this bounce. And for me, I'm stingy. I like to see the support level hold for a few minutes before getting the confirmation leg up, right? And you can use the level 2 to spot this moment here where the momentum shifts, where all of a sudden the sells go away and the wall of buyers just rush in to pick the stock up, right? And if there's no more sellers to sell the stock, what's got to happen? Price has to go up. Now, we're going to hop into Thinkorswim right now. We're going to talk about how this happened on a certain ticker this week, AUNXF. Now, this was a dip buy I had planned out, but unfortunately, I did not get the support test over some minutes that gave me the high enough conviction. It had a bounce, and it went straight back up and clocked new highs without ever pausing. So I want to use this moment to watch the level 2 during those precious first opening minutes on that day to see where we can spot the moment where the momentum shifts and see if there is some kind of obvious buy signal, right? Something we can use to give us high conviction and put us in those good risk reward scenarios that we need. Let's get into it. Today, we're going to go back in time. We're going to go to Thinkorswim, and we're going to look at AUNXF, all right? Thinkorswim has a really great on-demand function, so you can literally watch replays of all of the big runners from whenever. I think they do it up to like a year or two or something like that, and literally just rewatch it happen. Study, right? So we're going back to August 18th. Now, if we look at the daily chart, this had just had a big run. It was a big first green day type of play. You can see here in this corner box, big first green day. And the plan was dip buy from the profit taking of the overnight longs. Tends to happen, right? I missed the big run, so I want to get in on the dip. What happened though? I was prepared, but one of the things I like to see when I'm doing the dip buy pattern is I like to see support hold for a couple of minutes at least before doing the leg up. And this just didn't give me that, right? You had 4 minutes of panic, right? Or sell off, profit taking, or what have you. And then once the bounce happened, you really, it just happened like real fast. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes of just green candles. And I kept waiting for the pullback. And once we kind of got into this 3rd minute, I was like, man, I missed it, right? Because now I'm just buying in the middle of the range. It could pull back. You don't really know. Continuation's been lacking in the market right now. It's not really the height of OTC season, I've been told, right? Ignore this number right here. I tried doing a fake paper trade account thing here, but On Demand has this funny function where on OTC stocks, it doesn't actually like recognize the price that's in the level 2 on the chart. So like I buy here and it says I'm buying at 2, and then I sell up here and it says I sold at 1. So whatever, doesn't matter. Let's go into the replay though, because that's really all that matters. We're gonna go to 9:30 and go ahead and get started. I don't know why it didn't work that time. Go. Take me to 9:30. All right. Immediate panic out the gates, right? Pay attention to the level 2. That's what we're looking at here. And then let's see if we refresh the time and sales too. Active trade ladder is not going to really be our friend. Yeah, no. Okay. Maybe we get rid of it. All right, see the tape coming in? 17, 17, 17, 17. Heavier on the ask right now. 123 on the ask by, okay, bid's a little thick, but not thick enough. You'd think this would be good for the bounce, but it's really not that much. What I'm really wanting to see is orders in the millions. I want to see multiple stacks of million share orders here on the bids by a thin ask, right? Maybe in the tens or in the hundreds of thousands. We're going to go ahead and fast forward this so we can see it happen a little bit quicker. Here's almost 2 million on the ask. No bids coming up to support. And just like that, it got taken out. Let's look at this time and sales. Good size coming in at these lower levels. Now we already know what's going to happen, right? But we're looking at the underpinnings. Yeah, there's a million shares order here, but look at the couple of 100,000s that were there, right? You really want like a dead, stupid, obvious signal. That's why we're watching the tapes again. We can see what was that super obvious signal. How did it play out that time? And how can we use that information to plan our trades better? Now, another thing that's in my head as this is happening is I'm not super jazzed about making buys within these first, especially for a dip buy, within these first like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so it looks like we got bidders stepping in. We got a green candle. Pulling up the 5-minute chart here. We might have the first 5-minute candle to go green. Yes, we do. I'm thinking this is the signal. 1,600,000, 200,000, all at 5.3. And look how thin that was in the ask. Ask just getting chewed up right now. Multiple millions. This is the obvious signal right there, right there. Yeah, 2-minute green candles. The bounce has started. You're clearing through here. Next, you're looking at this level. Remember, because that was our high, right? And that's our open. So we're looking for the test of new highs. Bid is still thicker than the ask right now. More people coming up to buy than there are people to sell. Another million, 1.2, 2.5 million. Ask getting taken out. I'm saying ask, right? So here's a target. I'm probably looking to sell. Again, continuation, not great in this market. Yes, it could go higher, but we're in summertime trading. Look, and you go still higher you go. So now we're looking for the turn. We're going to wait for the moment that the ask gets heavier than the bid. Bid still heavy. It's starting to balance out. A little bit thicker on the ask right here. Looks like we're hesitating. 3 million on the ask. There it is. You see it? Right here. Still not going away. Now remember, we're playing this back at 3 times speed. All right, so in reality, there's many, many seconds, right, for you to get out. And that's the end of the move. From here, we just end up downtrending. Fast forward an hour just so we can confirm. That was the play. You got a little bit of a bounce, right? If you wanted to hang in, we did get a retest, right? And then when the retest failed, downtrending. So there you go. That is an analysis of level 2. And that is how you would really use it to time these dip buys. So we sat here, we watched, we know that, you know, these first opening minutes are the most volatile, so we're a little bit more hesitant to pull the trigger. We're waiting for a first green minute candle. We're waiting to see the bid stack against the ask by a stupid obvious moment of like multiple million share bid orders by, you know, maybe a few 100,000 here on the ask. Like, it's just that sort of tell. And it can happen quickly. But if you're watching, you do, like, there is time to execute. And this, for me, I did not execute. I missed out on what could have, would have, should have been like a 20 to 30% run right here. I didn't even play AUNXF. I played some other ticker, right? So even though I did well this week, right, I didn't do nearly as good as I could have because I didn't pick the best plays every day. I'm going to leave you with this, though, since it is the weekend. I have about 200 more trades in my trade log. And so I want to look at biggest winners and losers again, see what is new, right? There are a couple new additions to our top like 5 to top 6 winners, right? We saw these. We're familiar with EEGI and MJWL, first green day overnight longs on OTC charts, but HPIL, dip buy, right? You can see it's the same pattern that we just watched play out in the level 2, right? Here's your big first green day, dip buy from profit taking on overnight longs. And this did do the thing, right, where it bounced real quick, but then it retested support. This 9-8 level held for 5 minutes. And so when it holds for 5 minutes and then the bid is stacked again and the candle is closing, you know, these are more bullish candles than here, right? Because this is a wick and these are the bodies. So you're like, okay, there's going to be another leg up, buy. And I made this move. This was a great move. This is exactly the trade that I need to be looking for and doing every single time. Other one we're going to talk about, NAOV, 9:45 a.m. dip and rip, right? So this is an OTC stock. This is listed. It was gapping up pre-market. Wait for it to clock high a day. Sells off. Finds a bottom. 1, 2, 3 minutes, right? Take the trade. Risking here. Low of this candle. Selling here. Missed out on the rest of this move, right? But that's all right. Again, you don't know that high a day is going to happen. So I sold, watched this happen without me. And when I realized there was going to be a few more cents of upside, I took a quick flip. Didn't even nail the top, but that's all right. I don't want to nail the top. I just want to make money. So those are 2 new additions to our top 5 trades. That was 63.50 on NAOV and 73.75 on HPIL. Great. To be fair, let's go to Biggest Losers, and we do have 1 addition to Biggest Losers, EEGI, and that is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th biggest loser, $60. And this was the trade I talked about in the video that I had no business doing. It was late day and it was FOMO. And, you know, I was right in my thesis that this was going to have another push up. Now, I was like, again, why am I buying when it's up so much from here? Even if I saw the stack on the level 2 is like, okay, what? Do I really think I'm going to get much higher than the 34s? Whatever. But I got shaken out when we got to this level, and I clicked the flatten now button, which had me bottom tick this entire candle. And if I waited 1, 2, 3 minutes, this was a $90 profit. The 34 range right here, this was $90. Instead, I took a $60 loss. So, you know, but that remedied itself the other day when we played, I forget which ticker it was, but it was the same sort of thing where I took a position and I knew there was a level below me, and instead of getting shaken out, I waited because I saw this happen last time. So I was like, I'm just gonna put a limit sell here at my profit target, and I ended up closing that out for about like a $30 profit or so. So, you know, you learn from everything. You learn from everything. I think it might have been WDLF actually. Let's go and look at that real quick. Let's see a 1 minute chart, and we'll make it nice and big. Maybe not. I don't think this was it. Look how much I missed on this one too. Like, just because I don't trust the continuation. But look how far this was down. Like, I could have known that the bounce could have gone as high as 86, right? So maybe I could have had a little more conviction to hold into the 8s. Oh well, something to take into next time. But I'm going to close it out with that. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're doing to improve your trading. If you got anything from this video, or if you want to see me cover specific things, let me know. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next video. Aubrey, out.